Hello and welcome, my gob-slobbering knob robbers. How you do today? It's Chris here, Super John Bombo, and I've got a special video for you. Oh, man, they've all been so special lately, right? Well, today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about mainly the Alchemists and the Village. These are two other, what I would call, support towers. Screw you, Spike Factory. That can be affected by Overcharge or Ultra Boost in really, really weird ways. We have to understand how it works so we can make sure that we play the best Bloons TD6 gameplay that we can. And I think the most important one for me, at least, was to understand if Permanent Brew got more powerful if you overclocked them 10 times. Would all of your next Perma Brews be stronger? Would all of your regular Alchemist brews be stronger? Would it be the stronger stimulant? Would that be more powerful? Alright, so I'm going to break the news to you guys. It doesn't. But I want to show you why I got there and how I did it, alright? So I did a Perma Brew really quick. I just popped on a quick little dirt monkey. You know, you pop him in range right there. You go, oh, he's powered up. Alright, fantastic. You set out whatever balloons you want. We're just going to make it simple today, but I did it with a larger test. I did it with 500 balloons instead of 100 balloons, but this is just a good reference for us to understand over here. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have that guy. Shouldn't have that guy over here at all. You know what? I gotta retest that out. All right, we're gonna redo this. We're gonna redo this just so I don't get gob-slobbered all over my knob over here, guys. This guy's super duper powerful, obviously. We're gonna do our 100 rainbow balloons up in here. It doesn't really matter what you send out. It doesn't even matter if he's a perfect dart monkey or anything, but you notice he does a pretty good amount of pop, right? He's up to 330. Pretty good. Now what happens, though, is if you sell this guy, but now we're going to power this Perma Brew up a lot of times. So luckily, Sandbox mode makes it so easy to do this with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and, oops, 10. There we go, 10 times. So what's going to happen here is after these are, you know, basically once this thing reaches 0, it's going to start turning from 1 to all the way up to 10 times overcharged over here, right? That means he's extra specially powerful. But what does that mean for his extra special powerfulness of himself? Does that just mean his regular tosses are a little bit stronger, a little bit faster? Or does that mean his Perma Brew itself? He will brew your people to be stronger. And that's what I wanted to know over here. So, let's do it. Let's build another Dart Monkey over here. Now he's super Perma Brewed, Ultra Boost Perma Brewed. So now we should be more powerful, right? Well, let's test it out, man. Let's see how he does against 100 rainbows over here. And what we're going to see is no drastic difference. In fact, it was actually less this time around than last time. It was 330 last time, 310 now. A little worse. All right, well, what does that mean? Well, it means that, sadly, you can't Ultra Boost something that's going to boost something even further, which actually kind of helps us in the long run, because it doesn't make things ridiculously complicated. Otherwise, you have to Ultra Boost this guy and then move him around to make everybody even more powerful and all that goofy stuff over here. So that's down the drain. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that this guy doesn't get any bonus from this at all. In fact, he does actually Perma Brew things faster, and he can throw his regular shot out faster, so he can pop more balloons faster. So those are all positive things. For example, if you notice my ridiculous amounts of dart monkeys over here, he's going to be able to Perma Brew these guys pretty freaking fast over here. You know, this is no time at all. All these guys are going to be Perma Brewed. It doesn't really freaking matter, let's be honest here, for a Perma Brew. But, woo, baby, here's a good test for us. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try a quick 4th tier Stronger Stim. This isn't really, honestly, a thing that we probably need to worry about, because if we're getting Stronger Stim, you know, if we're getting this, we're probably going to get a Perma Brew, because he's going to cost 51,000 compared to a ridiculous 100,000 plus tower over here, right? So this isn't really something we need to know about, but it's something that's, at the very least, interesting. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're just going to pop 5 Dart Monkeys in range of these guys. What we're going to do is we're going to Ultra Boost this guy, all right? We're going to do it 10 times. And again, we're doing this 10 times because he gets a small extra bonus after the overclock is already gone. And I think that's the main thing we need to understand here is, yes, you can Ultra Boost somebody, and yes, he is going to power up all 5 of these guys at the same time, compared to this guy not powering up all 5 of these guys at the same time. 4, 5, oh, at least 4 of them. looks like. At least 4 of them have been powered up at the same time. This guy's only making, like, 2 of them get powered up at the same time. If you notice this little red bag right here is the actual power-up of this guy. And these guys are all in range, by the way. They could do more. Just the 2 closest ones, because those are the 2 people he can actually, get. So now this guy's officially 10 times overcharged. You can go 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 at some times. Between 3 and 4 compared to only 2 or 1 to 2 most times. I know it's hard to see, but basically these 3 dart monkeys never get brewed. These 2 guys are the 2 that just keep getting brewed back and forth. So it's like 1.8 monkeys getting brewed at the same time. But then, of course, you can ultra boost it even further and make them actually get all 5 if you want to. Now we can boost this guy so he's got super duper mega speed. You can tell, like, I think he's just going crazy now. But all 5 of these guys should be brewed at the same time, which shows that it does actually matter at least a little bit here for you guys. So that's going to help you out a little bit. For Perma Brew, though, it's probably not really worth it to overcharge it 10 times unless you really, really want to. Just do it. All right, that was the important one for me. Now I've got, you know what, I'm just going to clear all these guys out. Whoop, gone. All right, isn't that easy? The next one we want to talk about is the Middle Path Alchemist. This one was kind of interesting as well because this is an ability. We have to understand, does the ability get affected by the Ultra Boost? And again, I gotta say, just as straight as I can, no, it does not. As sad as that is, man. I really wanted it to be that way. In fact, let's do this, man, just for fun. Let's use some engineers. Here's 3, 4, and 5 engineers. They're all in range over here. So what you could do is you can we could do a quick test here. Let's set it 100 BFBs. We're just gonna look at the pop count here. Watch this. We're gonna set 100 BFBs all in a row. I'm actually gonna wait till the front of the BFB gets right here, and then we're gonna boost, boop, boost. And we're going to basically just look at the pop count here. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. I did a larger sample size with this guy a little bit earlier. And then as soon as this is done, we're going to get rid of the balloons again. So this is going to see the true amount of popping power that we did in a fairly closed amount of time here. We've got 13,000, 13,000, 13, 13, 13, 13. 13's all across the board here, all right? Well, that's pretty cool. Well, what happens if we Ultra Boost this guy? Does that mean he's going to power up all these guys even further, even more than what he already has? Let's put him in similar spots here. I think it was something like that. All right, and we're going to have to sell this guy and rebuy him really quick just to confirm. And let's overclock him. Let's get to work here. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do 2 things, man. I'm actually going to overclock 2 of these towers just to see how this is going to go down. All right, I think that's 6. It's hard to count and talk at the same time. Multitasking, it's weird. So there's 10 there, and then we're going to do 10 here on this random engineer on this side. 5, 6, I'm sorry. There's no faster way to do it. This is actually pretty fast already. 9 and 10. All right. So now we have to wait for these things to wear off, of course. I don't want the red stuff to be around them. You're going to see this going to go up to 10 times really freaking quick here. Let's speed it up to make the process go even faster. And once this wears over, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to send 100 BFBs, and we're going to see how much pops these guys are going to get to. All right. Good plan. Let's do it. Come on. End. I don't want them to be boosted. Oh, can you guys hear that vacuum? I hope that you can't. I should send it away. Go away, vacuum. Ugh. I'm a little upset that that thing's there. All right, let's go. 100 BFBs. So now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're not going to overclock it actively. We're only going to do the residual overclock. So the front just hit there. We're going to go for it. We're going to see what kind of poppage we're going to get out of these guys this time around. We're going to make sure we get rid of the balloons as soon as our thing is done. Boom. All right. Pretty freaking close there. 13, 13, 13, 13. So the ability did not end up making all of our other towers stronger. It did make him slightly stronger, though. I'm going to turn this thing off. I got a Roomba, guys. It's pretty freaking cool. But this guy was slightly stronger. Not as insane as you would expect. Usually you expect 2 times as fast. It didn't seem like it made it all the way up to 2 times as fast, so it didn't seem like it worked as effectively as you normally would. And then this guy, ooh, so that makes an interesting tidbit of information there. This guy had 27,000 pops, even more than our regular transformation guy. And, of course, that means he was shooting 2 times as fast, like he normally should be. Really cool. Everything just makes perfect sense when you math it out like that. So wonderful. So this does not get boosted by the overclock any special amount over here. In fact, probably even worse than usual, as weird as that is. And then last but not least, we've got our Balloon Master Alchemist. And this guy does have his regular gold shot get boosted to make him shoot faster. We can do a quick test here. Let's just send out, I don't know, 15 BFBs. Let's do Let's do 20 BFBs. Not 209, 20. Do 20 BFBs. We're just going to see this guy go to town on these things. You're going to see it's going to take a little while for him to get popped here. Then we're going to overclock him, of course, and just see when he pops them instead. All right. That's how it's all going to go down. Hopefully it all works out wonderfully. And that's the basic thing you guys got to understand about the Alchemist over here. So it popped like right over here, all right? That's good to know. Let's do him one more time, but this time we're going to overclock him. 10 times, of course. I can already start setting up my villages here, too. Because we already understand this, but what you guys got to do is you got to understand, as far as Alchemists go, overclocking them is not going to do all that much for most of them, except for this guy. And this guy is, I think, going to be the coolest guy to overclock in regular late-game battles because he insta-kills things, man. So he's already going to shoot 2 times as fast for his regular kill shot, killing frickin' delicious amounts of BFBs and oh my gods and all that good stuff. So we want to wait for the overclock to wear off, actually. We don't want the actual overclock to be active. Here we go. Let's do BFBs real quick. 20 of them. You see, the other ones, they popped over here. Let's see if we can pop them any faster than that. And it should be twice as fast, basically. Ba-bam, he popped him, like, right over frickin' here. So you see how that's a big difference for a Balloon Master Alchemist. This is why we need to talk about it, because you don't even know what it's going to do until you kind of test it out in a real game scenario over here. All right, so that's that guy. He's amazing. He's cool. But what about villages? Now, this was a question that I had quite a few times. How do villages end up getting powered up by the overclock over here? And it's actually pretty freaking goofy, because what you're going to look is if I just regularly let's do a regular overclock over here. Not even an overcharge or an ultra boost. Just a regular clock over here on a village. Look at its range. Boom! It's freaking huge! What? That doesn't happen for other towers. It's only for villages that you get huge range bonuses like this, which is freaking cool, dude. So, this can really, really make crazy things happen, by the way, which I'm going to show you guys in another video, what kind of crazy stuff we can get. And I don't even want to go into the bottom path too far, because I really want to delve into that in another video on a separate side. But, just to understand over here, all these extra bonuses don't give you extra bonuses from ultra boosting, but what they do give you is that extra range, which allows you to affect more towers, which overall does help you out. Primary expertise is a tower that can shoot, though, and this does get affected by ultra boost. All right, I've done the test before. I don't really want to show you that well, but I do want to just overclock this guy 10 times just to show you the power of this guy. I will say, though, that even though something shoot twice as fast, it just still doesn't seem that amazing sometimes. You know, for spending so much time ultra boosting it and getting it over here and actually having all that stuff happen, some of the towers just aren't that good. You really need to ultra boost those powerful towers that you know for sure will be tough to get to and everything. But all right, let's we're gonna again wait for that boost to wear off. Let's start talking about this middle path really quick. So this one is going to be the Call to Arms and Homeland defense. And again, I don't want to go into too much crazy amounts of details over here, but I'll do my best to try and explain it to you guys. All right, let's do it. Let's send out 100. Let's send out 20 BFBs. You see, this guy shoots pretty freaking fast. Is it amazing? No. Is it good? Yeah, it's pretty good actually for what he is. He's a support tower. He's not supposed to have to attack, and he gives huge bonuses to all of your other primary monkeys over here. So, it could be a pretty cool guy to use over here, man. I don't know. Interesting. It doesn't give me any extra bonuses besides that, but it does give him that extra range, even though he's got that infinite range already. So, does that really matter? Only for the bonuses you're going to give to the primary monkeys in your range, and that's it. All right, moving on. We've got Homeland defense over here. So this one I was wondering, does the Homeland defense give you an extra boost to all of the towers on the screen if you overclock them 10 times? Again, quick answer is no. I guess we'll try and show it off for you guys really freaking quick. Let's do a dart monkey. And we're going to Homeland defense this guy with 100. Let's just do... We'll do 100 rainbows, man. I don't know. 100 rainbows. We're just going to go rainbows, Homeland. All right. You can see this dart monkey is a regular dart monkey. Got a pretty good amount of pops happening over here. Not too shabby at all, dude. You can tell he's getting Homeland defense right now. He's up to 200 pops. Okay. So the question was then, what happens when you overclock this thing 10 times? So that's what we got to do. We got to overclock it 10 times. Oops, 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 oops. 6, 7, 8, 9. And I wasn't sure if I actually got 10, so I'm going to go 11 just for good measure here. So the next question is will this dart monkey, when he gets powered up, get overclocked? And what I have to do is actually have to put auto range here. That's one thing I kind of screwed up here, man. I gotta get an auto range in my village because I accidentally gave him too much work. Look at that, man. It's crazy that he was getting affected right there. It's like just barely the tip of him was touching it. But anyways, now when I use a Homeland defense, we're gonna do 100 rainbows and Homeland, 100 rainbows, Homeland. And you're gonna see it's gonna be right around the same amount of pops. It's not gonna be anything too crazy or anything like that. I was hoping there was gonna be something really freaking cool, but it wasn't. Actually, it was less because I had to put him in a slightly different spot. He didn't get as many spots, but just goes to show you, doesn't end up powering him up any further. Now this one though, this is going to be the wild one that I want to make a different video on to talk about in its entirety. So not going to go into a lot of details here, but just understand that when you get this guy up to 4th tier and you overclock him up to 10 times, he's going to get more range. And winkety wink, that might mean that you might be able to fit a lot of banana farms in here and get a lot of money. Winkety wink, you might be able to overclock this guy even further to make double money off of the ridiculous amount of money that's going to make every single round. Uh-oh. All right, that's where we're going to end the video today, guys. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't, man. I got a bunch of cool videos coming out. I got a bunch of cool ideas for the engineer, and I still want to test them all out for you. So thank you so much. Have a super duper delicious day.